Hello, this is Julie. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be getting ready for the Doodle Challenge, which is on Wednesday, the 15th of June. So it's the third Wednesday of the month. The challenge is of course hosted by myself and Leigh from Leigh's Art Studio. So anyone is welcome to join in. It is an open challenge for anyone. You can do it at home, you can do it on your videos, on your YouTube channel, on Facebook. So there's Facebook groups to join. There's a Doodle Challenge, Friends of the Doodle Challenge. And also you can post your images on my Facebook as well, the Art and Junk Journals with Julie and Friends. So there's plenty of options. Of course, you can also use your Instagram, the hashtag in your Instagram, which I don't personally do, but I believe Leigh does. So plenty of options to get your doodles out there. So if you'd like to do a video on YouTube, then please just use the hashtag 2022 Doodle Challenge JUN. All I've written in with capitals, but all lowercase, and just link our channels with a working link. So it doesn't have to be to our video, just to our channel. And just please check to make sure that the link is working, because if it has 3 white dots, it's not going to work. You just get an error. So if you could please check your links. You can't copy from an existing description because it will just copy 3/4 of it and leave the rest, and then the link doesn't work. So you actually have to go to the channel, click on share, copy the link, then go back and add that to your description. Okay, so today's challenge, or the challenge that we're getting ready for June, is circles. So the shape is circles. The highlight color is white. Feature Mandalay, Paisley, or Zentangles. So there's a bit of wide range there, so plenty of options for your doodles. And the bonus is, of course, you can add splatters or words, stenciling or stamping, or you can ignore all of that or any of that and do freestyle. So, well, pretty easy to come up with something that you want to do. You don't have to do what the challenge says. You can just use the hashtag and do your own thing. Freestyle it. What I'm going to do today is do some preparation for the underground papers. Underground? So that's it, underground. Under papers, underpainting, background. So what I'm going to do is do a whole heap of jelly prints today on the 8x5, and 8x5, 8x10, that's a 7x5, and basically use everything that I have in my texture plates and stencils and things with circles. I'm just going to make a whole heap of jelly prints with circles as the texture, and then the next time I do a video it will be choosing which paper I'm going to use to do the doodling. So I'm not going to be doing the doodling today. This is a preparation for the Doodle Challenge. So I'm just going to create a whole heap of background papers in all different colours, whatever colours I want. But one feature is they're all going to have circles. So the things that I'm going to use that I've got this, some sort of a brush, I'm not too sure, but anyway, I've used it once. It's got kind of dots. I've got a whole heap of lids that I can use for mark making on the jelly plate. I've got all sorts of different size circles. I've got the texture plates that I've made in the past. These are the inserts from the paints, the seals, and they make, so I've done them upside down the right way around. So that's a texture plate. I've got these little wooden game pieces I've glued on. They're all nice and smooth. I've got the original one I made, which is foamies. I've got some circular things that I've been keeping and I haven't used. I've got this, which is a silicone mat, and it's just full of circles. I obviously haven't used that yet, apparently. I've got some bubble wrap, which will do all circles, and some nice large bubble wrap. I love this one. Used this the other day at the art class. Also got a whole heap of circles left over from when I made texture plates. So these are the ones I've been collecting. They could all go in the bag. I've also got the foamies, so I could use the foamies as a kind of a mask, maybe. Not sure if it would roll over that, so maybe not. I don't know. So they're all the things I've got to make marks with. I've got my paints, which are the colour I don't know what colour I'm going to be using today, but I've got this Shuttle Art acrylic paint. It came in a box of 36. It's fairly liquid. I've also got a range of paints. The different brands that I've got are Creative by Artist Collection. That's an art box one. Not big fan of the art box. We've got Semco. Sometimes I don't use this very often. I've not got very many, but I've got this Reno Art. Just showing you all the different brands. I've also got a few Liquitex basics, not many. Burrows, J. Burrows, Art Culture. So what I did was boil. I just buy them when they're cheap. Okay, so what I did was I went through all of my paints and I swatched them so that I know whether they're opaque, what colour they are, and what brand. So these are all the paints in the box. So I've got 36 of these different colours as well. So let's just move some of this stuff out of the way. And I am in my little craft room, so it's going to be interesting to see if I can do this with limited space. Only it takes me so long to set this all up on the dining room table. I'm hoping I can do it here. Now, at my art class on Friday, last Friday, they were doing wood burning again. So I took this big piece of, really cheap kids paper and I swatched out all my colours. I was going to swatch my colours and then do some gel printing. However, this swatching took quite some time. However, I do think it's going to be worth it. So these are all the colours of the Shuttle Art paints. So this is violet, that's that one there. So it comes out, it's pretty close. It's not really quite the same colour as the lid. It's close but not quite right. It's way more pinky than what it shows there. So it's really good to have a swatch. I did the black lines so that you can see how opaque it is. So obviously the black, very opaque. Most of these are actually fairly translucent, apart from the black. So they don't cover the black lines greatly. So I thought that was really handy to know that if I'm looking for translucent paints, I can pretty much go for anything in the Shuttle box, apart from the black, obviously. I can see the black lines through all of it. Compare that with this pile. So I've swatched every colour that's in my other box. So you can see this one, very opaque. The blacks all are. That blue, Creative Blue Lake, now I use that blue a lot, but look how opaque it is. Creative Blue Lake. The Semco's purple is majorly opaque. The Creative Hooker, the Creative Green. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 creatives, which is the Aldi paint. 4 of those appear to be quite opaque. And that one's semi-opaque. The rest aren't too bad. Yeah, that one. The rest aren't too bad. Yeah, 2 creatives, 3 creatives are green, a brown, a green, and a blue. Very opaque. The Creative Crimson is quite opaque as well. And the Semco purple, very opaque. So there you go. So what I've done, so that means I can now see the colours and I can see the opacity of the paints, and the differences between the golds. The differences between the whites. So I quite like the Creative white for being quite translucent, as opposed to Liquitex Basics is very opaque. So that's good to know. So that chart's good to have handy whenever I'm doing my gel printing. Now I learned something about the gel plates. I probably shouldn't have kept that on there. You shouldn't keep anything else on the gel plate. So what happens is, I shouldn't do that. You're supposed to take that out. Now, they come with these little, like, plastic sheets, and I've been trying to keep those and store the gel plates on them. You're not meant to. You will get bubbles and marks, even more than I already have, if you keep, so you're supposed to just keep your gel plate on this hard plastic. You're not meant to keep it on anything else. Now I have found out that if I want to remove, if I've still got lines on my gel plate from which I have here, little creases, I need to store them in with paper, just ordinary copy paper, and that will draw oils to the surface and it will re-plump up and get rid of some of these bubbles and things. I did see one video from a Gelli Arts one that said that you store it with the store it on paper, but I had heard that not to store it on paper, so I'm not too sure about that now. But they said that you can fix your gel plate, those lines. So the lines at the moment are underneath, so I haven't got around to fixing it yet. I've just got cat hair, which is going to annoy me. I can get rid of most of it. There we go. And I'm going to use this gel plate to roll paint on. So again, this is the reason why you don't keep this plastic cover on your gel plate. See how I've got these circles? Can you see them? Quite. That's what happens when you put the original packaging back on. Apparently, do not store it on this. So it comes like that, and it comes all perfectly packaged and sealed. Now I've got an imprint, I don't know if you can see this, an imprint of circles on my gel plate. All we're going to do is just keep putting down different colors, different paints, and pull off with this premium paper, because I want them to be fairly thick. Last time I did doodling on the thin paper, it was hard because it was very thin and slippery and not really good, easy to work with. So what I'm going to do with first is I'm going to roll some gold out. I'm using just the first gold I picked up, which is the J Burrows. So I'm just going to put a layer of gold on here and then pull up some of that. I might do some prints on the small plate as well. It's beading a little bit. That apparently is to do with the amount of water content. Take off a fair amount of that paint with this, because I love this stencil. This bubble wrap. I just love it. Okay, I just love that. I'm going to run out of room immediately. I haven't got even anywhere to put the wet paint, so not too sure how that's going to work. So that now needs to dry. I don't really want those blue chips. This nice phthalo blue. So I had a little break, and this is obviously very dry now. I've had my dinner. So I'm going to carry on doing some more. I haven't quite, I don't know, I don't think I've got what I want, so I'm not too sure I'm going about this the right way.
Kind of have it, what I have in my mind is to have a colourful background with circles that I can then doodle on, but I'm not convinced this is what I meant. It's funny how you can, I don't know, can't quite get what you're thinking of. Just try pulling this up with the purple before I do it on the other one. The purple might have been a bit too thick. Hasn't taken up much of the bottom layer. Just put it a bit thinner. Put it on the same piece, although I think you're supposed to wait till that's dry. It's dry now. Not sure if that'll work. No, just got more purple. But, okay, so that purple's not really pulling that layer up very much at all. I'm going to try this white. Oops. Okay, nice thin layer. Leave it on a tiny bit longer. So I've been leaving it on a bit too long and the paper's been sticking. And then if you don't leave it long enough, it only takes the top layer of paint off. So I've got to get the timing just right. It's not wanting to take that bottom layer up. Okay, a little bit more has come up this time, but still leaving an awful lot behind. So something you can do, I did try it in the previous pile, but it didn't really work, but we'll try it again. You can put a layer of gel medium on the plate and use that to pull, and of course because it's clear it's not going to cover up the what's underneath, so you can put it on a previous print, I'm hoping, a dry one. Okay, let's see if that comes up. Let's try this boring blue one, see if we can get that to take up some grunge onto the blue. It's just torn the paper. Okay, I don't know why I get so much tearing. If anyone knows the answer to that, please let me know. I'll get rid of the paper. Oh, it's right at the back here, hiding. Let's try that. See if we can get this to come onto this. Nice thin layer. It's fairly transparent, hopefully. It's not picking up the underneath layer, I have to say. Okay, try again. A little bit came off that time. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we've got a bit of grunge on this one. We're going to add some more layers of colour with that. There we go, very thin layer. And we'll add that. Try adding it to this black. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Let's just see. Okay, let's change the black to a shimmery black. I'm not sure about that. Maybe something like that on here would look nice. Oh, I don't know, I quite like that as it is. Let's try that red one on this side. Let's just see if that adds something to this one. Metallic, I don't think metallic's pulling the stuff off. So we're going to put it on and then maybe put some texture in it. Use something else to pull, I think. So I do not think it's lifting it up. I don't know, I think I heard someone say the metallics weren't much used for pulling, for lifting. So we're going to just put some texture in that. And I'm going to add something to this one. Oh, this is that art box stuff. This art box stuff's weird. It's not even like paint. It's just goo. It doesn't really do very much at all. Purple. Slightly darker. And then what should we add to this? Semco magenta. Well, I might put the magenta on here and stamp into it, and then put it on there. Oh, some nice big ones. Alright, so we have magenta, apparently. Let's put some of this on here. Just pop it on there. Okay, add it to that maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I'll give it a quick pull so I don't pull everything. Oh, well, it's just obliteration of what was underneath, but it's kind of interesting. Just add some of it, some more of it. Add some more of it to this one. It's really not pulling up that bottom bit, is it? I might just have some, a little bit of this, the wet paint. Take the wet paint off with that. Nothing, not a big pull. Oh yeah, that's alright. I don't mind that. Some interest to that. Okay, so I'd say that that's dry now. So we're going to put unbleached titanium on that to pull the basics. I'll do on here as well. Leave that on there a second. I might just use some of this yellow. Not sure what that's like. It's very thin. Okay, let's peel off a nice bit of grunge. Ooh, I like that. It's kind of interesting. Certainly going in for the grunge today. I've been watching a lot of PM Artist Studio. I'm getting a taste for grungy. So I've got this blue one. I'd like to add something to that. Put it on very thin on here. I don't know if that'll work or not. I'm not sure that I've had a great deal of success pulling with the phthalo, but we'll see. I think it's just a matter of getting the consistency right. It's not too thick, not too thin. Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to be the best for that, so I'm going to pull it on this yellow. Clean the plate nice. Sometimes with thinner paper cleans the plate really well. Another lovely bit of grunge. You just can't make grunge. I mean, you can't, yeah, it just turns up on your plates that won't come clean. So there's a little bit of grunge left, but we'll just leave that. Okay, so as it on pause, so I've got turquoise, salmon and slate blue. So just going to wipe some of this around, trying to mix it without mixing it. Don't mix it too much. Just want to have some patches of colour. Add a bit of that to this one, just to take, oh, I took all of it off. Okay, alright, so we'll just do some more of that. Oh, no, it's got some, yeah, we'll put a bit more on. The slate blue, well, we've actually got quite a lot of blue still on there, so let's not add too much more of that. Using a thin piece of paper. Clean the plate fairly well. A few white patches. Okay, a few white patches, so we might see if we can just take some of this up in places. And yeah, it's a bit too muddy for me. I'm not happy with that. Well, I still like this one. This one's got some interesting colours on it. Let's leave the grunge on and just put some more stamping on. So we will put on here some cream mixed with the yellow, because I don't want it to be too yellow. Let's see how that goes. Maybe a tad more cream. It's mixed with the blue and gone a bit greenish. It's like, yeah. Okay. Let's put it on the muddy one I don't like, because I don't think that's going to do what I want on the other one. It's too much. Turn this into green mud. Nope. We don't like that one. Go on to the other one. I wonder if I ought to put some other things on there first. Let's have a bit of this. Okay. Got this little thing. Fun, isn't it, how weird things come out. Okay, they're looking super grungy. Okay, and now we're going to put the gel medium on. See if that lifts this off. I wonder whether we should roll it smooth. Okay, and maybe on this one. Mm-hmm. Okay, in doubt, I always seem to go for the pinks. Let's go for some more of that nice turquoise which got lost. And the salmon, I think. Okay. Pink. Try transferring colourful dots into the other dots. Okay, well, let's just try pulling that straight away. Sometimes I think my best ones are when I pull them straight away. It's this weird black one, I might put that on top. See what that does to it. Very grungy. These are very grungy compared to my other ones, aren't they? Ah, yep, I don't know, just, I need to put it on and pull it off. Oh, what a shame. Yeah, I would have liked that. Okay. Stamping in there, bring it up here. Oh, some of the yellows come off of the paint that was already there, so that's handy. The yellow paint's coming off. I'm thinking this one maybe. Don't know what's going to happen here. Just pull it off straight away so it doesn't stick. Okay. Oh, it's got some more texture to it. Obviously, this part, well, you know, I'll have to use sections of it. Let's see if we can just pull this up onto something. See if we can get some of that grunginess from underneath. Let's try it by itself on this one. Okay, I don't mind that. So there's a few dots left on this one, and add some mark making, but quite thick, so that we can, should have kept it because mine doesn't work very well. Just a little bit of green circles. Yeah, that's all right, isn't it? Not my favourite. Yeah. Okay. Right, so what should we pull this with? Might make it a bit less baby pink. Let's roll it out. Let's just see. Who knows what that's going to look like. So an orangey pink, I suppose. Maybe peach, I don't know. Might just add a bit of white to that. It's a bit orange now. It's just for stamping. It's a bit too thick to do anything else with it. Okay, so it's a bit more peachy coloured. That might be alright as a stamping off piece. Let's do some stamping off with this. Okay. Oh yeah, that'll be alright. Okay. So I just added some of that bubble wrap to here. I think we might improve one of these revolting ones. Let's try this one. You never know, might get enough paint on here that we can bear to look at it. Oh no, perhaps not. It's not getting any better. Take off of the excess paint. Nothing too dramatic. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Got some. Okay. Sort of a yellow gold, isn't it? Let's use that for something. What should we use it for? Yeah, that'll work. I like that. Okay. Take that on here. So I've got no room to do it, so. Okay, so that's what that looks like. That's improving that purple one. So this purple one, I think. Yep, it's quite nice. Don't mind that actually. Clean plate, pretty much. Okay. Actually, that's quite good because that filled up the white spaces with the gold. Cool. Worked out nice. Still got some gold left on the roller, but we'll just leave that at the bottom of the plate. Let's just take a plain blue one here. That's really quite, isn't it funny? You think it's just plain blue, but it's got all sorts of, it's got that bit of silver or that gold underneath. I quite like that. Just never know. I can't plan them. I have no ability to plan exactly. Like, so I can't get I can't get the outcome that I'm looking for too easily. So let's try some ultramarine. Teensy wincy bit of pink. Just a, I don't know, I like that pink. So I've got this blue. Put it on this orange one, see what that does. Turns it blue. There's a bit of gold already on there. So probably the titanium. Use the bigger brayer, I expect. Don't take too long, I don't want to tear. Okay, well that's different. Okay, alright, still not what I'm looking for. Mixed with, oh, it's quite bright. Yeah, I forgot, this is that fuchsia. Fuchsia has got so much pigment in, you couldn't believe it. You would not believe it. Alright, so we've got that. Okay. Okay, I've got a hot pink mess. Not quite what I meant. Right, let's take a lot of that off. Let's add it to something ugly. Maybe this one. a bit in the corner. And we might add that pink to this really dark blue. I think it helped. Some of this pink to this. Yeah, I think that's improved that. Get rid of some of the unpleasant colour. Yep. Good. Okay, let's just see if we can pick up some of it with this. Don't want too much of it, just some pink here and there. Oh yes. Yep, there we go. Maybe some with this. I don't know if it's going to come on there or not. Let's roll that out. A thin layer, you never know. Put that on there. It's still a bit wet with the paint. Alright, and add that to this. Oh, that's quite nice. Colour, remember, I like magenta. Just a little bit goes a long way. Let's just pop this on here and see if we can put some of that paint back on. Not so much of it as before, because this bubble wrap's still wet. I haven't done anything green. Ooh, okay. Let's just put some of it on here and let's stamp it onto there. I think that might be nicer. Yes. Okay. Alright, put on that to this one. Okay, cool. Alright, got some green on there. Red. I want to add it to green, so it's going to go brown. Okay. This one's got the multicoloured circles. Okay. Oh no, ruined that one. Don't like it. Okay. Okay, let's pull the other one up before it gets stuck too much. Yeah, that's what happened, you see. Yep, totally stuck now. So it ruined that one. Just can't wait. And when the paint's really thin. Okay. Got this weird green. And I've got this weird white on here. So I'm just going to pull that. This pink one, I think. Okay, it's quite nice. Onto here. Yeah, well, actually that blue one's nice. Okay, yeah, well, that was just a clean off paper. And I just washed the plate and then I just cleaned the plate. And that's added some green to it. Let's see, what should we do with this? Yeah, okay. And here. Let's add a bit of, I don't know, copper to that, I think. Okay, this one was just a clean up plate, clean up the plate with the paper. It's really is just taking the, when I wash it up. Okay, alright, so we're left with that, and this one, just going to take that on the other side. Okay. Saw Patricia doing this, finishing off the edges of her prints. I'm just taking it off again and adding to it to make the edges done. Maybe just a little bit in the middle. Just give it some colour there. And that last little bit is going to go here. Where'd that come from? Flecks of gold. Okay. So that last bit of up there is going to go in here. The pink one now, very grungy. I've done nothing but grunge today. I must have watched a lot of P&M Artist Studio because yeah, I've watched hours and hours of their live streams. I don't watch them live, but the next day or the day after. So yeah, getting lots of ideas. Both of them, but particularly Patricia, who does all of the. Well, so far I've only seen Patricia doing the rolling and the pages, but I haven't quite got the hang of the way they do it yet. I've still got to practice a bit more. Alright, so there's lots of pink grunge left on there. Okay, I'll put some of that on. I'm getting a tad sick of circles, I have to say, but I just wanted to do circles only. I'm going to pop that on there. Okay. Just added a few darker patches. The pink mix with the gold's quite nice, isn't it? I might just take that as a print. See if that comes up as it is. Oh, sometimes who would have thought that would look like that?
Okay, I'm back. So just I haven't really sorted them out, just put them into the two piles of full 8x10 and the 7x5. So actually I really like this one. It's very shiny. I don't mind that. Quite like this one. Like the blue one. No, the purple one doesn't look too bad. Might be something. This one tore and can't really do anything with that at the moment. Yeah, okay. I don't like it. I'm putting the ones I'm definitely not going to use over there. These ones I don't mind. They probably would be okay doodled on. That one would be okay with some extra work done to it. Nice and grungy. This one tore, unfortunately. And I don't mind that one. I especially like the blue one. Yeah, so there's a few okay ones in there. This one being my favourite. And I think that one was... Oh, let's just pull this gold and get it out of the way. And that's one of my favourites. That seems to always happen. Let's just put those to the bottom. This last one I did, I quite like. It's nothing to do with circles, but I do like it. I think that would be perfect for a autumn journal page. Yeah, it's a bit too pink. It needs some more darker colours, some contrast added to it. I probably liked this one before I added the red. I like that one better than the other one. Probably because it's got the light and the dark, and I can do something with that. That was just clean off the plate because there was too much paint on it. Oh, I like that one. I'd forgotten that one. It's got some torn bits, but I do like that one. That one's okay too. I don't know why it has to be this way around. It just does. Yeah, I don't mind that. It's got the gold added to it. You see what colour it was before. And then had this layer of gold which went over the white areas. I like that. That's good for a grungy background on something. That one tore. Nothing to see here. This one I quite like. Nice and grungy. I've got lots of grunge today, haven't I? Yeah. Yeah, okay, I don't mind that one. I'm not seeing anything that I'm particularly drawn to doodle onto at the moment. Maybe that one. These were just basically try to clean the gunge off the plate using my Christmas wrapping paper, and then just keep adding to it. Oh, I like that one. It's quite nice. Oh, now this one could be interesting because we have to... The highlight is white. It's a pity there's all these bits missing. That one's super interesting. Shame this one tore. I was liking that one. Had the yellow dots accidentally came onto the paint, but it tore, so I don't know if I can do much with that one. It's just a painty paper. I quite like that. Interesting. Nope. Yeah, I don't mind that. It looks really, you can really see the gold. Actually, I quite like that. I quite like that. Yes, that's rather nice. That's just when there was too much black. And this was the very last one I did. I was washing the plate. I just washed it with water and a brush. And when I was rolling, gold was coming off my roller. So one of the golds creates this almost papery gold fleck. And I just washed it, and so all the pink mushed around, and I've got this really grungy paper from washing the plate with actual water. So yeah, don't waste it on your cloth. Just try to pick it up as much as you can. So I just have a lot of this Christmas wrapping paper lying around, and then I can just pick up what's on the plate and use that. So one of these, maybe that one, might be the candidate for doodling. I think that one's a bit too busy for doodling. It didn't have the white areas already. That one's a possibility. And that one would take white quite nicely. So that's the idea is, I've now got some background papers that I can use for all sorts of things, but mainly I wanted to do circles for the circle challenge, the doodle challenge. So this is not going to get edited tonight. I'll be going to bed. I'll try to get to doodling Tuesday afternoon, but I'm going to be taking a friend to hospital and waiting for her and bringing her home up in Fremantle. So that's going to be pretty much an all-day affair. So my doodle challenge might be late because, as I say, my neighbour asked me to take her to the hospital. It's nothing serious. She just needs to get her cataracts done, and so she has to have someone drive her and pick her up, and her husband is away. Coincides with the doodle challenge, so I apologise. My doodle challenge will be a bit late. I will try to get this one out beforehand. So hashtag 2022 doodle challenge June, Jun, is due on Wednesday. Of course, it's co-hosted with myself and Leigh from Leigh's Art Studio. I'm sure hers will be on time, so look out for these on Wednesday. So please check out all of the videos. It's an open collaboration. Anyone can join in. Just use the hashtag. Please link myself and Leigh's channel on your video. You can post it into Instagram, Facebook, into the Doodle Challenge, Friends of the Doodle Challenge, or Art and Junk Journals with Julie and Friends on Facebook. So I just thought I would do this one, getting prepared, and then I will get on to doodling as soon as I can. And as I say, it might be when I finished my taking my friend to the hospital. Sometimes things come up in life and they're a priority. So it doesn't matter when the doodle's done. It'll be done when it's doodled, and doodled when it's done. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.